Hi friends, this is a short video going over how to write the equation of a line in point slope form. So here's what we're going to do. This is problem one from the homework that was assigned tonight. So we're just going to go through the steps so that hopefully it'll make it a little bit clearer about what we're going to do. So I'm going to pick a point somewhere on this line. It can be any point that I want. So I'm going to pick this point right here, okay? And so this is the point -2, 3. So my point that I've chosen is the point -2, 3. From this point, I'm going to figure out what my slope is by finding how my line moves to another point on the line using my slope triangle. So here I'm going to come down 1, and then I went over positive direction 1. So I went down 1 over 1. So my slope is -1 over 1 or -1. I could have done that from any 2 points. Maybe I did it from these 2 points. So still down 1 over 1. Or if I went up 1, it would be -1 over, right? I could go +1 in the y direction and then -1 in the x direction. So my slope is -1 for this line. With this point and this slope, I'm going to use the point slope form of a line to put in the values that I have and write an equation. So if I take a look at my point, I know that I've got an x value of my point and a y value. And since this is the first point that I looked at on my line, I'm going to call this x1 and this is y1. So I'm going to go ahead and just fill in the values in the equation. So the slope we said was -1, so I'm going to put that where the slope is. The point x1 and y1 are right here in the equation, so I'm going to just fill those in. Okay? So I'm going to rewrite the equation. Y minus, so y1 is 3. Y minus 3 equals, m is -1, parentheses, x minus, and x1 is -2. And now I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. So I'm going to bring this y minus 3 down for a second. And I'm going to rewrite this x minus -2. I'm going to rewrite that as a +2, minus a negative being a positive. And then I'm going to distribute this -1 into the parentheses. So I'm going to get -1x or -x minus 2. Okay. Again, I just distributed that value in. And now I'm just going to finish up solving for y by moving this 3 to the other side. So I'm going to add 3 on this side. I'm going to add 3 on this side. And so my equation is y equals -x plus 1. And there I just wrote the equation from a point and the slope. Let's do one more example, and then hopefully you'll feel a little bit more confident as you set forth on your homework assignment. Okay, so let's find a point on this graph. So it looks like I've got a point right down here at this point. So that is the point, the x1 value would be 5, and the y1 value is -4. And then we're going to find another point somewhere on this line. So it looks like there is another point maybe up here. And I'm going to use my slope. I'm going to do my slope triangle to find out how does my line move from here to here. Well, it's coming down. So first I'm going to count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's down 8 steps. And then from here, it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the positive direction. So negative 8, positive 5. So that means my slope is my change in y over my change in x, or negative 8 over 5. So I'm going to think about my equation, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And I'm going to plug in what values that I have. So my y sub 1 is negative 4. So I'm going to write y minus negative 4. My m value is negative 8/5. And my x sub 1 value is 5. So x minus 5. Cleaning this up a little bit, I've got a minus the negative that I'm going to rewrite as a positive. So now I've got y plus 4 equals, I'm going to distribute this negative 8/5 into the parentheses. So negative 8/5 times x is negative 8/5 x. And negative 8/5 times negative 5 is positive 8. Last step, I'm going to move this number, this positive 4, from the side with the y, and it will give me y is equal to negative 8/5 x plus 4. So the equation of this line is y equals negative 8/5 x plus 4. Hopefully this will help you feel a little bit more confident. I know we didn't get to finish up those notes in class. Good luck, do your best, and come prepared to work and ask some questions on Wednesday. Thanks.